Hello, and welcome back to English with Sophia Blake. I am Sophia. Today, we are going to work on something that quietly blocks fluent English. Translating in your head. Many learners do this. They hear English. They think in their native language. Then they translate. Then they speak. And by the time they speak, the moment is gone. If this sounds familiar, you are not bad at English. You are just stuck in a habit. And habits can be changed. Let me ask you something. When someone speaks to you in English, do you feel pressure? Do you feel your brain working too hard? That is not a language problem. That is a processing problem. Fluent speakers do not translate. They respond. And today, we are going to start training that response. Let us begin very simply. I will say a short sentence. Do not translate it. Just listen. Sounds good. That's it. No grammar analysis. No translation. Now repeat after me. Sounds good. Again. Sounds good. Good. You didn't translate. You reacted. That is the direction we want. Now let us try another one. Listen. I'll get back to you. Repeat. I'll get back to you. Again. I'll get back to you. Excellent. These are not sentences you think about. They are sentences you use. Now pause for a moment. Think about this. You don't translate when you say okay or thank you. You just say them. Fluency is built the same way. One short reaction at a time. Say this sentence with me. I don't need to translate to respond. Again. I don't need to translate to respond. Good. In the next part, we will practice reacting to common situations without translating at all. Before we continue, slow down with me. Take a breath. In the first part, you started breaking the habit of translating. Now we are going to take the next step. Reacting first. Thinking later. This is how natural English works. When someone speaks to you, you don't have time to build a sentence. You respond with a feeling. With a reaction. And that reaction is often very simple. Let us practice that together. I will say a situation. You do not translate. You just react. Listen. Someone says, "Can you send me the file today?" Your reaction can be this. Sure. Now repeat after me. Sure. Again. Sure. Good. No thinking. Just response. Now let us add one more word. Listen. Sure. No problem. Repeat. Sure. No problem. Again. Sure. No problem. Excellent. These short responses are powerful. They keep the conversation moving. Now another situation. Someone says, "Let me know when you're ready." Your reaction can be, "Will do." Listen. Will do. Now repeat. Will do. Again. Will do. Very good. Now let us practice a few more. Listen first. Does that work for you? A natural reaction is, that works. Repeat, that works. Again, that works. Good. Another one. Thanks for your help. A natural response. No problem. Repeat, no problem. Again, no problem. Excellent. Now pause for a moment. Notice something. UDIDNT translate. UDIDNT build sentences. You used ready-made reactions. This is how fluency grows. Not by grammar rules, but by usage. Let us go a little further. Listen. I'll send it this afternoon. A natural response is, sounds good. Repeat. Sounds good. Again. Sounds good. Perfect. Now let us practice a small reaction set. Listen and repeat. Sounds good, sure, no problem. Will do. Now again. Sounds good, sure, no problem, will do. Excellent. These phrases are your foundation. Now, let me tell you something important. Fluent speakers don't speak more. They speak faster internally. Because they don't translate, they respond. And today you are training that same skill. Say this sentence with me. I can react in English. Again, I can react in English. Good. In the next part, we will practice reacting in longer sentences without translating. Before we move on, pause with me. Take one calm breath. So far, you have practiced reacting. Short reactions. Natural responses. Now we take the next step. Short sentences. This is where many learners freeze, because they feel the sentence must be perfect. But fluent English is not perfect English. It is usable English. Let us start very simply. Listen first. Someone says, "Are you free this afternoon?" A natural response is, I think so. Now repeat, I think so. Again, I think so. Good. UDIDNT translate. You reacted. Now let us add one more word. Listen. I think so. Yes. Repeat. I think so. Yes. Again. I think so. Yes. Excellent. Simple, clear, natural. Now another situation. Someone asks, "Can you finish this today?" A natural response is, I can try. Listen. I can try. Now repeat. I can try. Again. I can try. Very good. Now let us practice a slightly longer response. Listen. I can try. But I can't promise. Repeat. I can try. But I can't promise. Again. I can try. But I can't promise. Excellent. This sounds honest and confident. Now pause for a moment. Notice something important. These sentences are short, but they communicate clearly. You are not explaining everything. You are responding. That is natural English. Let us practice another situation. Someone says, "Do you agree with this plan?" A natural response is, "I think it makes sense." Listen. I think it makes sense. Now repeat. I think it makes sense. Again. I think it makes sense. Good. Now let us add a soft limit. Listen. I think it makes sense, but I have one concern. Repeat. I think it makes sense, but I have one concern. Again. I think it makes sense, but I have one concern. Very good. This is advanced but natural. Now let us do a short reaction chain. Listen and repeat. I think so. I can try. That makes sense. I am not sure yet. Now again. I think so. I can try. That makes sense. I am not sure yet. Excellent. These are powerful tools. Now, let me tell you something important. Fluency grows when you trust short sentences. You don't need long explanations. You don't need translation. You need response. Say this sentence with me. Short English is fluent English. Again. Short English is fluent English. Good. In the next part, we will practice handling pressure without translating in your head. Before we continue, pause with me for a moment. Take a slow breath in and let it out. This part is about pressure. Because many learners can speak English when they feel relaxed. But when pressure appears, the mind freezes. The words disappear. And translation comes back. Today, we train something different. Staying calm. And continuing anyway. Let me describe a common situation. You are in a meeting. Someone suddenly asks you a question. You feel your heart beat faster. Your mind goes blank. This is not because your English is bad. It is because your body is stressed. So first, we calm the body. Let us practice together. Listen to this phrase. Let me think for a moment. Repeat. Let me think for a moment. Again. Let me think for a moment. Good. This sentence is powerful. It gives you time. And it sounds natural. Now, another useful phrase. Listen. That's a good question. Repeat. That's a good question. Again. That's a good question. Excellent. These sentences slow the conversation. They reduce pressure. Now let us practice a short pause sentence. Listen. I need a second. Repeat. I need a second. Again. I need a second. Good. This is normal English. Native speakers use this all the time. Now let us combine calm phrases with responses. Listen carefully. That's a good question. I think it makes sense. Now repeat. That's a good question. I think it makes sense. Again. That's a good question. I think it makes sense. Very good. UDIDNT rush. UDIDNT translate. You stayed present. Now let us try another combination. Listen. Let me think for a moment. I am not sure yet. Repeat. Let me think for a moment. I am not sure yet. Again. Let me think for a moment. I am not sure yet. Excellent. This sounds calm and honest. Now pause for a moment. Notice what just happened. You didn't panic. You didn't search for perfect English. You stayed in the conversation. That is real fluency. Now let us practice under imagined pressure. Listen to the situation. Someone says, "What do you think about this idea?" Your response can be this. "Let me think for a moment. I think it could work." Now repeat. "Let me think for a moment. I think it could work." Again. "Let me think for a moment. I think it could work." Very good. Now let us add one more. Listen. That's a good question. I am not completely sure. Repeat. That's a good question. I am not completely sure. Again. That's a good question. I am not completely sure. Excellent. This sounds thoughtful, not weak. Now, let me remind you of something important. You do not need instant answers. You need presence. Silence for a second is better than rushing. Calm beats speed. Say this sentence with me. I can stay calm and keep speaking. Again. I can stay calm and keep speaking. Good. In the next part, we will practice handling mistakes without stopping or translating. Before we continue, slow down again. Take one calm breath. This part is very important because many English learners stop speaking, not because they don't know words, but because they are afraid of mistakes. They think, if I make a mistake, people will judge me. If I make a mistake, I should stop. So they stop, and fluency breaks. Today, we change that habit. Let me say this clearly. Mistakes do not stop communication. Stopping stops communication. Native speakers make mistakes too. They just keep going. And that is what we practice now. Let us start with a simple situation. You are speaking, and suddenly you feel unsure about a word. Many learners freeze here. Instead, we use repair phrases. Listen. How can I say this? Repeat. How can I say this? Again. How can I say this? Good. This phrase keeps you speaking. It buys you time. Now another useful phrase. Listen. Let me rephrase that. Repeat. Let me rephrase that. Again. Let me rephrase that. Excellent. This sounds confident, not weak. Now let us practice correcting yourself. Listen. I think this is sorry I mean. I think this could work. Now repeat after me. I think this is sorry I mean. I think this could work. Again. I think this is sorry I mean. I think this could work. Very good. Notice something important. You didn't stop. You adjusted. That is fluency. Now let us practice another correction. Listen. We need to finish this tomorrow actually. By the end of today. Repeat. We need to finish this tomorrow actually. By the end of today. Again. We need to finish this tomorrow actually. By the end of today. Excellent. This is natural English. Now pause for a moment. Notice how these phrases feel. You are not hiding mistakes. You are handling them calmly. That is confidence. Now let us practice continuing after a mistake. Listen. I don't agree with this, and I think there's another option. Repeat. I don't agree with this, and I think there's another option. Again. I don't agree with this, and I think there's another option. Very good. Small pauses are okay. They are human. Now, let me tell you something important. People don't remember your small mistakes. They remember your message. They remember your confidence. Fluency is not smooth English. It is flexible English. Say this sentence with me. I can keep speaking even with mistakes. Again. I can keep speaking even with mistakes. Good. In the final part of this episode, we will bring everything together and practice natural flow without translating. Before we begin the final part, pause with me. Take one slow breath. This is where everything comes together. You are not learning new phrases now. You are using what you already practiced. Reacting. Short sentences. Staying calm under pressure. Continuing after mistakes. This is natural English. Let us start with a simple situation. Someone says, "Can you join the meeting this afternoon?" Listen to a natural response. I think so. Now repeat. I think so. Again. I think so. Good. Now let us expand it slightly. I think so. I should be free after lunch. Repeat. I think so. I should be free after lunch. Again. I think so. I should be free after lunch. Excellent. You didn't translate. You responded naturally. Now another situation. Someone says, "Do you agree with this plan?" Listen. I think it makes sense. Repeat. I think it makes sense. Again. I think it makes sense. Good. Now, add a soft limit. I think it makes sense, but I'd like to look at the details. Repeat. I think it makes sense, but I'd like to look at the details. Again. I think it makes sense, but I'd like to look at the details. Very good. This sounds thoughtful. Not hesitant. Now let us practice flow. Listen to this short exchange. I'll send the update later sounds good. Now repeat both. I'll send the update later sounds good. Again. I'll send the update later sounds good. Perfect. This is how conversations move forward. Now another exchange. Can you handle this task? I can try. Repeat. Can you handle this task? I can try. Again. Can you handle this task? I can try. Excellent. Short, clear, natural. Now pause for a moment. Think about how this feels compared to before. Less pressure, less thinking, more responding. That is fluency. Now let us do one final practice round. Listen and repeat. Let me think for a moment. I am not sure yet. That makes sense. I'll get back to you. Now again. Let me think for a moment. I am not sure yet. That makes sense. I'll get back to you. Excellent. These are real-life tools. Use them daily. Before we finish, I want you to remember this. You do not need perfect English to speak naturally. You need presence. You need practice. And you need trust in simple language. Say this sentence with me. I can speak English without translating. Again. I can speak English without translating. Good. Thank you for practicing with me today. You stayed with the process. And that matters. This is English with Sophia Blake. In the next episode, we will focus on building natural conversations that feel relaxed and confident. Until next time, keep practicing.